What up, Trojans? My name is Josie Yonke. Today I'm here with
Devin McCormick.
And today we're going to teach you how to bake chocolate chip cookies. So what's the first thing we should do?
So we're going to start creaming the butter and the sugar together. That'll take about 3 to 5 minutes. And then we'll wait for the eggs to get down to room temperature while we do that. Because when you're baking, you want everything to be the same temperature. Because if you think about it, a lot of baking is like chemistry. You just want it to be a balanced equation. So next we're going to add the eggs one at a time. And then we're going to add 1 tablespoon of vanilla extract. Although vanilla extract is literally just alcohol and vanilla, it's more of like an aromatic and helps bring out the flavor of the other ingredients.
Okay.
It's a lot like salt in most recipes.
Cool. So we added the eggs, we added that vanilla. What's the next step?
So now we're going to add the flour, the salt, and the baking powder mixture, and we're going to add it half at a time. That's just going to help it mix into the butter a lot better than if we added it all at once.
Okay.
So if you'd like to add half of it now, and then we'll mix it for about 1 to 2 minutes.
1 to 2 minutes.
Yep, you just dump it all in, and then we'll mix until it's all incorporated. Well, since these don't spread as well, since they're sugar cookies, we'll have to press them down a little bit.
Okay. So we have our cookie dough, and we have our sugar. What's the next step?
So now we're going to take scoops of these, and we're going to scoop the cookie dough so it's all like an even portion. And then we're going to roll them into balls, and then roll them in the sugar, and then place them on the cookie sheets about 1 to 2 inches apart so it gives them to spread.
Okay. So we got our oven set to 375, and we're going to throw these in the oven how long?
For about 9 to 11 minutes.
9 to 11 minutes, all right.
While those are in the oven, I'm going to ask you some questions.
What got you into baking?
So I first started cooking, actually. My dad traveled a lot when I was growing up, so I mostly would cook with my mom, like dinner and stuff. And then I tried out for the culinary team last year, made the culinary team, and then chef asked me to join the baking team. And I just found out that I just love baking. I think it's really interesting, and it's really fun. It's like an art and science. It's cool to incorporate both.
Tell me about the culinary classes that you're taking with Chef Guerrero.
So there's culinary 1, 2, and 3. Culinary 1 is more of like an introduction to cooking. So you learn the tools, the etiquette in the kitchen, some of the positions, and just like basics of cooking. Like we make biscuits and stuff like that. Culinary 2 is intro to nutrition. So you learn a little about nutrition and how food affects your body, and then like how to take a meal and then bring it down to something healthy. So
you mentioned more like in class work, but not enough, like not baking. Why is that? So
a lot of what we do is in class work. I know in culinary 3 right now is intro to baking. We've only cooked once, and we made muffins. And so a lot of it is learning how to cook, the theory behind cooking, and how to get into the profession. I think a lot of people come into these classes expecting it to be an easy A or to just be able to breeze through it. They get to cook all the time, but you really, you cook and you learn a lot of how to cook, but you don't cook much.
Right. So tell me, so this is your senior, right?
Yes, sir.
So after this, what are you planning to do? Where do you think baking will take you?
I plan on going to Johnson & Wales to study dietetics or nutrition. And so baking, through competing in baking, I've gotten scholarships, job offers, and stuff like that. And so it just helps me not only get scholarships at school, but a higher chance of getting into it and preparing me for my lessons that are there.
So I heard you said you're in SkillsUSA 31.
SkillsUSA.
Just SkillsUSA. So I heard from some people that you went to Washington, D.C. through SkillsUSA. Tell me about that.
So SkillsUSA is a CTSO, which is a Career Technical Student Organization. So we're an organization for students ran by students. And so we're what hosts the competitions. We're in all 50 states and 3 territories. And it goes regional, state, and then national level competitions. Last year, I placed in regional, went on to states, and I think I placed top 10 in states.
Tell me about your favorite part about baking. Like, what do you enjoy most about it?
I think I really just like when people eat my food and they enjoy it. Like I get so happy when I make something for people and they just love it. I see people smile and laugh about it.
All right, let's check on the cookies.
Cookies done, but they're a little flatter. Why is that?
So they spread because I added a little bit too much sugar to the recipe, and I think I overbeat the butter a little bit too much, so they just spread more. Would you like to take the first bite?
I would love to take the first bite. Let's go. You want some?
Sure.
We got our cookies done. We're gonna leave the recipe up on the screen in case you want to try it for yourself. Anything you want to say before we head out?
If you guys want to learn any more about baking or cooking, we have culinary club starting about next month. Feel free to come. It's Saturdays 9 to 2, and you'll spend a lot of time baking. That's probably where you'll cook the most.
How can they find out more about it?
We'll look for like a post on Center Grove Culinary, and we'll probably have a shout out on the opening news in the morning.
All right, sounds good. Back to the studio.